Okay, so I need to we're going to have to change this. Okay, getting prepared. I've had my partner's birthday today, so I'm kind of like all over the place right now. I'm just trying to get everything organized so we can do this. I'm not going to do a very long session today, seeing as I have a birthday as well to deal with. So if you can bear with me for the next 5 minutes until I get everything ready, that would be great. For those that are new to the channel, my name is Shaman Emmy. Hi, you're Chelsea Martin. Hi. I think I have to rotate my camera. 1 second here. Okay, I think this needs to be like so. Oh. Okay, we're going to try to rotate the camera view here. We want it to go this way. I don't know. Get it to. So how do you rotate the camera? We're going to try to rotate. Okay, so we want it like this, I guess. Does that show up properly on your guys' computer then? If it's this way or what? I don't know. Okay, so we're going to have to chance this one. 1 second. Where is? Okay, so we want it like this, I guess. Does that show up properly on your guys' computer then? If it's this way or what? Where is the? Oh, there it is. Okay. So we'll have to just make sure that he stays in his place here. Hang on here. Okay. Does that work? Is that better, you guys? We'll have to just make sure that he stays in his place. Is that good? Can you guys see? Why is it like that? So weird. I just got my phone done here, so we're gonna go. Is that better, you guys? Okay. Well, we're just gonna take whatever color we get. All right. Hi, my name is Shaman Emmy. Maybe we can get the ball rolling. Hi, Chelsea. You must be new. You can hear the echo. Okay, yeah, I gotta mute that one. I just use a different device for being able to see the chat instead of having it so far away that I can be interactive with you. So we're gonna start. Like I always start with a smudge to clear any negative energy within, the readings. So the readings will be very positive and worthwhile, and informational for whoever I'm reading for. So I always start with my smudge, which I do daily. So this is like probably my second one I've done. I did one this morning for my partner, seeing as it was his birthday. So we did an energy clearing on him. And his day actually, he feels kind of lost after it. So he's kind of like trying to get new feet because everything just kind of like gets wiped from you. So did an energy release for him today, and he's kind of wandered around just kind of aimlessly and nothing to do. Like he's got so much to do, but he's kind of like lost, like he has lost his train of thought, right? So that could possibly be due to the energy clearing that we did, that we wiped all the negative and only put positive into readings, right? So I always start with a smudge. I smudge all the area that I'm working within, asking that the ancestors and guides will come forward through the messages, and even through candles they'll come through. And then I'll just smudge myself here. I want good thoughts, good words, a clear heart, clear mind, clear feet on this journey if I have to travel. May this travel be fun and adventurous for all. And then an extra, smudge for you guys, that you guys will be resonating with the messages that are given here today. So that's that. I'm going to put that one back over here. I've got a big table, so that's because some of the readings that I do end up like 9 cards, so it's kind of, takes up a lot of space. So we're using Radiant Zen, which is for peaceful aroma, right? So we're gonna zen out, we're gonna relax, we're gonna enjoy, not worry about too much, clear your mind, or sit there. You can sit and figure out what you want the cards to reveal to you, and then I do a read without knowing any information. You just confirm the information as I'm going through. You don't have to tell me anything about your situation or what you might have on your mind. I clear my mind so that I can receive the proper messages. Sometimes what happens with the actual messages is you get crossing of vibration. So sometimes somebody else's vibration that's, waiting for a reading or something will happen to bounce in. And I usually get sometimes they're crossing, but you don't think that they are, when in fact that, you've already made that positional change, in your own self, right? So it's, guidance, and it's just kind of like a general advice thing. I can get into detail if you wish. The other thing is don't um, I don't do any um, health ones. I try to stay away from them, but if there's a message for health, it's always recommended to see your doctor. Don't take my advice. It's the only advice if you're having a situation that you're going through, like medically. I think it would be best to take that to a doctor, and then if there's nothing that they seem to be able to understand, then come back and talk. It's fine. A lot of people don't like doing them. I would rather have somebody that's honest and straightforward, telling me if I'm sick or something that I need to be warned about, that's not showing physically, than I do. Um, I don't sugarcoat, right? I do not like people that sugarcoat it to make it, more easy to swallow. I don't sugarcoat it because life is hard. Life will give you those bumps, and they will make you, bumpy bump through life, right? So I don't, um, I don't sugarcoat for that simple reason that you're aware of what's going on, or that you have, um, that's good, because I have the other screen on so I can actually see the chat, so it's not so far away. But yeah, no, I do it for the positive, and there is always going to be a negative that shows up, right? That's just the way things go. A lot of readers don't like to deal with the negative. I do personally, so that you can find the balance and not live in just a positive all the time bliss. That you have the balance of the negative to kind of balance, the weighing of the scales, right? So if you put too much into the positive, it's going to go down, right? So it's going to, basically, it's the opposite though. It's going to rise. If you put too much, it's going to go up. And if you put too much negative, it's going to go, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's opposite, polar opposites. So you've got the negative if you want to be where you want to stay, and the positive is way down here, or you want to balance it, or you want too much positive and not enough negative, right? So it's actually backwards to what, positive and negative actually mean, the polar shift, everything. That's what I consider a polar shift, is you're spending too much in the negative and not enough in the positive. So the positive will rise, and then the negative will rise, right? So you keep going on these balancing. It's like walking. You're on a step climber, right? You have to have enough of each to keep moving forward, right? So, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I put it into a simpler term sometimes, and even sometimes I can't even put it into words, but I can get the point across. So I basically intuitively read. I don't read the cards as an astrologist, or someone that's doing your monthly cards. I read them because I'm a shaman. I read them differently than what they are perceived as. That's why I'm very picky on my cards, which ones I get. I purchased a few other ones that are more along the lines of shaman reading, which is more or less what I do, a shaman intuitive. I tell you the present, past, future. In the past, it'll reveal what you need to be working on. The present is like now, that you're living in the present, and then the future is your options. Okay, I don't make it so that that future that is portrayed, or given to you, a message through the cards, is not for one path or more. It's always for options, right? Like, you can make your own. Like, I don't get involved in free will. I don't make it a demand that you have to follow that route. I give you the recommendations, the positive ones, negative ones that you have to watch out for, in the past, present, and future for all signs. So if that seems to sounds good to you, then I would be happy to do a free 5-minute reading for you. Like, that's what I offer. And then after that, then it gets, it will be a regular rate, right? Depending on how many cards we're at. But I will give you a 5-minute. Never ends up to be 5 minutes. Sometimes it's until the cards kind of finish what they're saying, right? So I use the brighter weight ones. I'm not a big fan of them. I'm really not. But I do see messages that come through. There's a lot of cards that, since I bought this pack, haven't even shown up in any readings. So I think that that's going to be happening soon. That different cards than what you guys are used to hearing about is going to come through this deck. I don't know how to explain it more than it's like simple magic, right? So yeah, so we've smudged, we've basically got, you know, the ground rules. There's no sugarcoating. So if you want to handle, you know, the truth, then let me know. If not, I can leave the negative out. If you only want the positive messages, you get to be interactive in this. Like, this is for your reading. So I prefer to, you know, allow you to recommend how you want me to cut the cards, how you want me to draw the cards, you know, and think in your mind as to what you want the cards to reveal to you, and you don't have to say a thing to me about it. Okay, so let's get started. Like I said, my name is Shaman Emmy, but I go by Karen as well. Shaman Emmy is just for when I'm working. So we're gonna put right a Mr. Box over here. Like, I don't let anybody come near any of my stuff because it gets residual energy that I don't like. So we're going to take the cards, spread them out so we can have positive messages, and outcomes would be great today from the ancestors and from all the guides that may appear or be here. Thank you. Okay, so I like to have like a 5-minute meditation with my cards. You know, so that the ancestors and guides almost have like a little bit of time to work before we do the reading. So yeah, so there is, okay, so what I'm seeing right now is somebody saying goodbye to you, or you've said goodbye to someone, and you're confused. That's, like, I'm getting a wave, like, you know, I've got 5 candles on my table, 2 of them are going the same, almost the same, like it's waving. It's like waving at me. Bye, hello, me, pick me. And the other one is dancing, so there might be a bit of confusion going on. You're leaning towards more confusion than you are there's a goodbye, but it seems to be flopping back and forth. I feel a lot of flip-flop. Does that make sense? Which I haven't even started the cards, but that's just what I'm getting so far with the information. I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, so have you said goodbye to somebody? Are you having a relationship that's kind of confused, I'm thinking, and you're ready to maybe, you know, either take it to the next level, like now rise it up, or you're just confused about the whole situation. I'll find out. So I want answers for Miss Chelsea Merton in regards to a 5-minute card reading to help her get more intuitive in regards to our messages today for November 3rd, 2018. And what I do usually after I shuffle is I ask you which way you want the cut done. Oh. We're not picking cards until after the cut, but we'd like the spirit, if there's any urgent messages that she needs to show by giving me jump cards to reveal her situation. Okay. Alright. Oops. We're backwards here. Okay. We got all the cards given to us. Quite a few. How many we got here? 3? I think we have a full reading. We have a 9 cards here magically. That's what I usually do. So we'll start at the beginning. So the first one is health. That there is something that's making an advancement to you personally, that is in pursuit of you. I'm getting that, you know, the universe is trying to pull you and this other person together. They're kind of like, come on, you guys can do it. Like, it's somebody that you already know. I don't, that is awake, spiritually, has their spiritual awakening. The Kundalini has started with them. And that's what makes you guys a good, passionate pair, is that you both are carrying the same qualities with each other. And I see that you guys, he's making an advancement, like a forward move to meet with you, and you're You're willing to share certain aspects of your life with him because he is awake. He understands the spiritual part of everything. I do see that you will be kind of, you know, you're going to be reserved, not standoffish, but you're going to be reserved and kind of step back just to make sure that this is right in the situation for you. The universe is trying to bring that together. Someone that is very genuine, very slow moving, but you guys are going to meet. Um, I don't know why it says. Uh, like I'm seeing you wanting to surrender to this person when they do come and make an offer to you, genuinely make it. Okay, so there is, oops, fix that on that here. So you have the Seven of Wands, means that, the trials and tribulations that you've had to fight against are off balance, that you're a bit off balance still with balancing a lot of weight. There's a lot of people requesting you, you as a person, and you're just like, no, I can't do this right now. Can you just back off? Somebody is trying to make you commit to something more than you're wishing to give at this time, right? Uh, you've been basically, how I see it is you're carrying your wand, but you're using it as a guard protection, like you're protecting yourself from whatever is out there that you aren't going to be, wrestled with and not be able to stand your ground. You're going to be able to stand your ground, balance that wand so that everything falls into place for you, and don't let others, instigate, anything negative with you. I feel that they're poking the fire, whatever that is for you. There's a, like, how they say we're going to poke it and irritate you. You might have some things that are irritating right now for you. I'm not too sure why there is so many things that you're trying to take care of, but you've had enough, and everybody wants you individually for certain things. You're spreading yourself out to all these people and not taking care of yourself, so that leaves you with the off balance feeling, right? Um, I can't see it. So yeah, the next one is the universe is getting involved. Like I said in the first card, you're having the universe is going to be involved and giving you the strength that, from the Ace of Wands. You're going to end up, leaving the 7, but going to a 1 because you've completed what you had to do. You became neutral in a situation, or you will becoming neutral in a situation that, the universe is giving you an extra magic, extra wand with a lot of life in it. So, it's the universe playing with you to make it so you don't have to give up so much. The other thing I want to say is, this is just off this. I just wanted to say this. If anybody hears like a big thump thump in the video, please tell me, because I have a video, the last few videos, the energies actually were thumping when I was giving the reading. As soon as I picked a card, I'd hear a thump thump. And then this is I believe 3 days ago I made this video. So this is just off topic here, but if you're hearing a thump thump in the back, like somebody's banging or somebody's, stomping their foot, let me know please, because it's happening in videos recently, and I'm kind of wondering what that energy is coming through as on your guys' side. I can't hear it from here, but you can hear it plain as day when you replay the video. So if anybody hears like a thump thump coming through, let me know please. I'd really like to know so I can maybe meditate on that energy and find out why that energy is so involved with the readings that I'm giving, right? Every time I give a reading, they go thump thump, and it's like they're confirming the information. I'll draw a card, place a card on the table, and turn it over and reveal it, and it'll go thump thump, and I'm like, wow, okay. My brother and I sat here and watched one of my videos, and it did show up like that, and it was bizarre. When I was finished the reading, it went thump 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 thump, right, when I was done. So it is a noticeable thing. It's not like a short thing, right? So yeah, I was actually stepped aside, and I had to really step back for a minute, because the energy that I have in my house, I allow it to be here. Like it's almost like a little mini sanctuary. And it's like everything that I'm doing with truth, and I'm getting confirmation from my energies as to that without using a spirit box or, uh, using anything to communicate with them other than my voice, right? So my voice is carrying something, and the truth is all I give, right? So if you hear the thump, let me know, because it is a noticeable thump, thump, like somebody's stepping on the floor upstairs, but there's no sound here. I'm absolutely alone, and what you're hearing right now is what you should only be hearing. If you do hear the thump, thump, let me know. Anyways, back to your reading. So you're feeling that this person is going to be coming towards you. You're unbalanced though, and the universe is going to help you with, be able to handle the one that you're carrying right now. The one thing that you should only have to worry about is new growth, right? And the universe is going to be there to help you balance that. If you're an awakened soul, you'll understand what I mean in regards to enough being off balance. The universe wants you balanced, and with the new growth, the new path, the new situations that might be offered to you. So now we're going to go to the present. Okay, so we got the Six of Wands. So the universe is going to probably help remove a lot of the stresses for you if you allow it to, because you went from a Seven of Wands down to a Six in reverse. So that's where the universe is stepping in to make sure that everything works out properly. But if you don't adhere to the messages that the universe is giving you, you may run into some troubles in regards to what's going on. Like you're proud. Hang on, let me just grab my book because I haven't read about the Seven of Wands. But the Justice card in reverse is pertaining to legal matters. Where are we here? Okay, hang on. Tower. I'm just trying to find it here. Okay. Alright, where is it? Justice card. Bear with me, guys. Oh, there we go. Okay, so when it's in reverse, tell the truth and get ready to suffer the consequences. So if you kind of told a white lie or said something that was untrue, now's the time to get ready to suffer the consequences. So if there's been energy that you've put out to the universe in regards to, and I always say intentions are to be good intentions when you're dealing with the universe, and that's quite a big card to be getting in your present time. Maybe that's why you're kind of fearful of moving forward. So tell the truth and get ready to suffer consequences. Your friends are wishy-washy now. Do your part to say what is real, what is right, and what you feel. Let go of the past and resolve and turn over a new leaf. Right, so that's the Justice card. So it's telling you, what you've done in the past is not working. It's not for you to be having that life anymore. It's time to move on. And with the Death card being right after it, it's confirming that you need to move on and get a new beginning somewhere. So the universe is allowing that new beginning to come in. Okay, you may not see what it is quite yet because you're still, you're dark. You still are in the dark about a lot of things. Spiritually, you haven't completely come through, but Spirit is there to help you go through this growing stage. It's a good growing stage. I do feel because it's in the upright position that your end and like the finish line for you is done, and it's time to just let go of the past. Let go of everything that's gone in the past. Let the universe help you guide you to your perfect match, which it'll show up probably in these cards. And there you go. You've got the Three of Cups, and you're having a good time. There's a lot of celebrating to be able to do now that you have like freedom to do it, and you've become a different person. You've worked on yourself. You've worked on past traumas and let them go, let them be, but recognizing them. And you're having a good social life. Your social life is going to be improving after this new beginning. You're meeting new different people. So you're going to be having a new circle of friends from this. That you're letting go of everything from the past and starting anew. A new cycle is coming in for you. It's going to be a very good, positive cycle. the Ace of Cups. See, and then at the end, the universe has you, um, the sun comes out, right? The sun will come out tomorrow is what it reminds me of, that song. But the universe is here, extending their help. They were telling you that the new beginning should happen. It's best to have that new beginning come in. And then you have like the sun card, which is like the sun, like down here it looks like stormy, stormy relations going on. Here it's the death card, new beginnings after the storm is cleared, it's so calm. Um, and then you have the sun come out, right? So whatever the stormy situation that you're going through right now, let it happen, deal with it, let it go, and you can come out on the other end, still doing well. Okay, feeling a little bit freer, a little bit, less constricted, right? So it's a good move that you're going to make. Very positively, you're going to be with someone. Um, Ace of Cups. Let me see. Okay, so the Ace of Cups. Okay, so the Ace of Cups. Where are you? Um, 1 second here. Right. Queen. Okay, here we go. So what it says is, for the Ace of Cups being in reverse, accept assistance from others. Don't be too full of yourself. Act with determination and know when to say no. So basically, in this new turn, you always were complimenting everybody up here. You had everybody wanting everything from you, and you're like, back, I can't do this. I can't help everybody, but you're choosing to walk away from that. Then the justice is telling you the same thing. Just be honest. Tell people that what you're feeling is, I don't feel like I have to be doing this. And then down here at the Ace of Cups, it's learning to tell yourself no. So this new beginning is maybe forwarding you into a position of, your independence, being able to be vocal, more vocal with your feelings, so that people aren't demanding so much from you, and becoming more confident in yourself for when you are, dealing with people. So this new beginning for you is a lot about, just changing a few things, um, you know, and looking at it, like, how much do I have to give? Like, your personal time is very important to you. If you're giving all your time to everybody else, when do you get to rest? So that's maybe why everything is kind of really off balance, is because you're giving too much of yourself, spreading it out, and it reiterated for the future for you as well. Um, so yeah, so you have a good end result. You came with the sun card, and everything is lining up. Like the mate that you're gonna meet might not be coming in as fast as you think it's gonna come, but you may meet this person at like a party, or like an outing. You'll probably meet respectable people that you can um, enjoy with. You may meet this person through that. I can't see. It might be a water sign, but a very neutral person he's a water, but he's balanced. Um, he's a very neutral kind of person. Personality is probably going to be like a neutral, not really, you know, game for a lot of like chit chat. They can handle their situation because they're a little bit more neutral and balanced. Um, so look for that. It is probably a water sign, because I'm not seeing. It could be a fire sign, because I am seeing some yellow in there, but I'm seeing more of the blue. So it definitely could be a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, right? So, and seeing as we're in, the season of Scorpio right now, it could very well be a Scorpio. I'm a water sign. Oh, you're the water sign. Okay, well, that's probably why we're seeing more water. Uh, but staying neutral in your positions on everything you do, I think, is very helpful for you to be able to get from, this relationship. Could be either a separation, it could be a joining, right? So you have like, from the past, present, future. You have relationship not running as fast as you expect the relationship to go. It might be slow moving, and then here you may meet them at a function, like a wedding or anything, where they're having a celebration. And the Ace of Cups is telling you, uh, just be yourself. Don't let people demand too much out of you, and you'll start feeling much better with the new growth, and you'll be a little bit more free. You're not so constricted with everybody else's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, dealing with everybody else and helping everybody else and being like a Mother Teresa to everybody else. Um, You don't have to do that. You can just be yourself, say no. If you're spreading yourself too thin, you have to learn to say no, right? So, uh, so yeah, so it's all into you. You can take the advice of just remaining neutral, work on it, and let the love come to you. I know it seems like a long time. That could be very well why this card was in reverse because it has been long. But just being honest, go through your growth period and end up learning just to be happy. All these places will start to fall in place once you get through that going and letting go of the past. If it didn't work for you, it didn't do any benefits for you, then let it go. Unpack that suitcase. Find what is holding you back personally that you've kind of learned as you were growing up, like from people teaching you or talking to you or mediating for you or um, looking after you, and maybe change some of those ways that you were in the past. Let them go and do the opposite. Try doing the opposite of what you normally would do. Right? You never know what's in store, but we definitely see a new beginning coming, and you're going to end up liking the new beginning. And the Ace of Cups is confirming that you will have everything you need if you just work with the universe to be able to have this Sun card and positivity in your life, and finding balance, and everything will grow in its in its due time, right? And you will be free. You'll still be a neutral party, um, but you'll be at least on working on to a different pathway, so you can kind of see the pathways working out for you in the beginning, and just taking one of them. You know, um, I don't see anything negative other than spending too much time and assisting others a lot, right? So maybe just kind of stay neutral in that zone and see how things go for yourself, right? Um, you know, start taking time for you. Start doing what you want to do. Um, Looking for someone that has the same interest as you, so you never know where you might meet them. But the celebrations are in the mix for parties and stuff. Seeing as Christmas is coming up, that's the next holiday, and everybody's starting to get ready for that. It could be some sort of celebration that you'll be you know filling your cup at, with other people. It could be a Gemini. Could also be walking into your life. That could be the energy. I'm not too sure about where it is in the astrological. I don't deal with that, but it could be a Gemini energy that you're dealing with, right? Okay. So Isa Gonzalez, I'm not too sure if my my moderators aren't here. I don't think I can't see anything yet, but yeah. So that would be just be aware of situations like have that ending, and then you're looking for something new that you want it to work with you, and the universe will be there to help you 100%. So long as you take the cues from the universe, will assist you. And like I always tell everybody, when you're asking for a partner, always write down the pros and the cons of what you want and what you dislike, and then you make a request to the universe. As I'm gonna have to do a video on this because it seems to be a lot of people are like trying to seek new relationships, and they're trying to figure out when to go at them, right? But if you work with the universe is there to assist you, right? Um, Take time for the universe to assist you now, and just sit back and allow that flow to happen, right? It's easier said than done, mind you, but if you start doing like meditation and you start manifesting through meditation the type of person you want, you could just Google and say, I want meditation for love, and then you can find it on YouTube. Um, and like I said, I always give a shout out to Jason Stevenson because I do like his channel. I do like a lot of his videos are very effective, even the guided ones. They have for beginners, they have for medium, and they have for advanced. Me, I went all over the place. I woke extremely fast. It took me 4 years. I went through demons. I went through possession, like the entity would enter my boyfriend and was trying to manifest Satan. I didn't want nothing to do with it, right? So there's a lot of stuff that I've gone through in my spiritual awakening we all to give the truth and nothing but the truth, because that's what my covenant is to provide everybody with a not sugar coated and, giving you the truth, whether the person is sitting in front of me or interacting with me. I always try to bring out the best, but I also give you the warning signs as well, or the possibilities of certain things happening. And I just give you so you're not walking down the street into a big hole into an abyss, right? That you'll have the information to be walking around any hazards or dangers that you've been warned about or that are forthcoming, right? I would rather see everybody moving safe in this universe than people walking with no thought and ending up, falling into that hole that you should have walked around because the information is gone, right? So that's just the way I look at it. I give you options, a different route maybe even. You know what I mean? Like how many times do you want to fall in the hole before you actually stop falling in the hole and you decide to take new advice and follow through with it, right? And if you talk to like 5 people and you get the same answers, then it's probably a working kind of situation that is good for you. So, okay, so I don't have my moderator here. So, donations are accepted. I'd really appreciate to have donations to keep this channel going. So those guys are. I don't know who's next here. Chelsea. I can't find my Oh, Scorp, hi. I just saw your name there. I'm just checking to see who's all here. Okay, so wait, participants. Okay. So Scorp, do you want a job for the day? Does Scorp want a job for the day? We're gonna give you a chance to be a mod for a bit because I don't see Chelsea Chelsea, that's what I just read for. Daisy or anybody, one of the moderators, but Scorp is here. Okay, so we've got 4 people enjoying. Okay, so Scorp, how are you doing? I'm actually doing pretty good. I've got my partner's birthday coming. We're doing a dinner here, and I've got to do the dinner. But we're going to do that. I told him I was going to do my video first for you guys, and then I get to celebrate his birthday after. So this is, a bonus for you guys to be having me today. Because I actually was going to call it quits and not do it today, but he said, you know what, go ahead, you do what you have to do, don't worry about me, and we'll get it done, and we'll have dinner after. So I have a very understanding partner, which is my soul partner, and, we work with each other. If he knows that I have things to do to, create my channel and do my readings and offer them a 5-minute free one. We didn't get a 5-minute free one, we got a full 9-card full with Chelsea. Thanks, Chelsea, for doing that. That's awesome. What else? I can't think of anything else. Okay, go back. So today's, kind of been a crazy day. It's been kind of hectic. I want another incense stick. I love the Zen smell. It is just like, oh, so good. I like it. And yesterday I was doing a lot of reorganizing my house. I'm trying to get the other room that I live in a 2-bedroom suite. Trying to get the room. I had it as an office a while ago, but then my brother came to stay with me for a couple months, so I let him use that room. But now I have to go and revamp it and get stuff that needs to be in there, right? So I'm not taking up the whole living room because my partner, he's shy, doesn't want to be caught on camera. He's very, he's very private. So I try to keep it so you can't see him coming and going. He likes to have his privacy, so he doesn't want people knowing him. I don't know. He's very quiet. He's very reserved, and that's what I like about him. He's a gentleman, 100%. Will be the caring, loving person that I requested from the universe, except for, there's a few flaws, but I didn't mention. But you know what, for the most part, the guy is like 95% lovable, 100%. Only comes when it's, special days, like his birthday. I try to keep myself balanced and keep my energy flow going so that I can do the readings here, have him involved, Um, did a birthday reading for him, and everything is looking good for career and finances for him. You know, and it's just great that you can have the balance from the partner that's willing to accept what your abilities are, and to have these abilities and then have him show up. That looks weird. That's really a dark corner back there. Right? I just noticed it on my other feed that it looks really dark back there. Um, but it doesn't show up on the other one. I don't know, it's weird. It doesn't show up. Anyway, so I sit here and do my readings. I do them video, or I do them live with the person, because I like to have the person, especially if I'm doing a live one, to be interactive in their reading so that it's more personalized when I give it. This is my talking feather. I like hanging out with it. It helps me when I'm, uh, sharing, right? Sharing the information, right? So I am doing good. A bit crazy today. It's raining out. Couldn't get a lot done in the yard or anything. So, that was kind of a shitty day. Minus the rain. No, it's actually all right. I don't mind the rain. I actually love it when I'm going to like sleep and stuff, hearing the rain fall and just like a monsoon rain. And it puts you to sleep. Like it's like white noise, right? But I've been falling asleep while I'm listening to meditation music, and it's I'm not getting any information directly yet. I listened to one yesterday that was kind of like just to relax me, because I felt like I was just really high strung yesterday, and just tense all over. Um, so I ended up listening to like a relaxation one. I didn't do any guided ones for spirit guides or anything yesterday. I do enjoy them. I do love going to that place. I do enjoy transcending and using my creative abilities to end up seeing things through my third eye, my mind, or my subconscious. Um, People say don't do it. Um, Recommend don't doing. It does affect you physically to open your third eye if you're not knowing what you're going to expect. Because I went and opened mine, and I ended up in the hospital thinking there was like it was actual possession, I believe. But it was very bizarre. Yeah, I couldn't explain it for the life of me. But the doctors and the nurses there kind of went, huh? But like I'm going to tell you guys, I started my spiritual awakening 4 years ago. I'm just coming on to 5 years, and I had an experience where I had opened my third eye, and the Jesus thing came to life. Um, the G, and what I mean by the Jesus thing, I thought that I was a reincarnation of Jesus in the female form for months. Um, I told my partner his name is John, so I thought that he was like the first one to take care of his business, and that he had to stay with me because I was, the reincarnation, the female version that God created of Jesus, and that's what I thought. Uh, I ended up in the hospital. I couldn't walk; my legs were giving way, but I was able to make my cat eat. She wasn't even eating, and she's, my spiritual guide. Um, and had to stroke her, sit with her, and stroke her like Mother Earth would take care of all its inhabitants if they learn to allow her to take care of her future planet, right? So I felt like I was Mother Earth as well. I took on a lot of personas in that time to understand more things than I thought I would ever understand. Um, and I don't regret it. I don't regret it. I would recommend people be aware of what can happen when your third eye opens. You may not be in control of a lot of things. Strange things will come through from your subconscious or the other realms. Spirit realm. I got after that started. I got attacked in my sleep twice. Um, I had another energy walking in, and I was actually dealing with energy in a dream, and it was regenerating, right? But it was the energy that took a long time to remove from this house. Took a lot of smudging, a lot of prayers, and actually getting into that state. I thought that I was, going to be the one place that, Sodom and Gomorrah. I thought that I was in the palace of Sodom and Gomorrah, and that this house is all covered in gold, and I couldn't stay here any longer. It was, it's bizarre stuff like that, and it's not that I tell it, but I want people to be aware that things that happen when you open your third eye can become very painful. They can become very fearful of it. But once you've gone through that, you're fearless. And what I mean by fearless is you're not scared of any demonic energy. Like you're ready to challenge it and make it, disappear and do your light work or your energy work through releasing that energy that's sitting everywhere. Like people opening up portals. I have to feel. I get people coming through when I'm doing my spirit box, coming through traumatic. They don't understand what they're doing, But I sit here and the energy that I'm putting out is affecting a lot of dark energy because it is not meant to harm anybody, right? Like I don't know if you can see that, but that looks like a face behind it in that couch right here. Does that look like a face? That's what I mean. Bizarre stuff will show up in my videos. Like right here, it looks like a face. I don't know. What do you guys think? Right in here, it looks like a face is sitting on my couch. But that's only from a distance. But the other one doesn't show that at all. It doesn't make sense, you know. Or it's like a head with like a triangle coming out the back. But yeah, no, I don't mind having my third eye open. But the doctors did give me medication that day after what I went through. I was literally being grabbed by my shoulders and walked through the hospital, and did like the first night of Jesus Christ being born, and I was the North Star in physical form. I ended up on all fours and just like screaming like a lion, just rah, and it was like energy that was being pulled from the ground, and I was feeding it, and I let it out. I'm releasing it so that it doesn't have to remain trapped anymore. I also went through in that experience a lady giving birth, and she said, "Is it really going to be that special for me?" And I said, "Yeah, your son will be special." Um, and people had said, "Just leave her alone, let her go." I had four security guards escorting me around for my safety because I didn't even understand what the hell was going on. It was so bizarre to me. I couldn't handle it. Um, but I did come through it, and I fought tooth and nail to come out on the other side after going through that experience, being dropped to my knees, sprinting 300 feet, um, you know, and then falling again and collapsing. All I saw before me was a hole, like it was a window that I had to go through, like a portal that I had to assist someone to get through on a good note intention. And so I drew my energy, and they drew on my energy to be released. When I fell to the ground after, that's when I realized my energy was depleted. And they put me on a stretcher. I couldn't even walk. And then they brought me into the psychiatric ward, and left me on the stretcher. And I looked over, and on the windowsill, my mind manifested a tooth and a nail, like somebody had just had their tooth ripped out of their face, and a nail, right? So that was me fighting tooth and nail to get through this, just fight tooth and nail. And that was from the universe explaining, you can do this. You're strong enough in your spirit that you can do this work. And that was basically my orientation quickly into doing this work. So, right? So I will get to Izza. So I want to say, hi Izza, a little bit of background on me so that you can understand me as a person and we can interact. So you know that I'm not a traditional tarot card reading. I do not read them. Like I say, a lot of times I don't read to the horoscope type, readings that a lot of people are doing. I do intuitive. They're very informal. They're not like your traditional ones, as I am not traditional with a lot of things in my life. I borrow from each area in my life that I've gone and investigated, like certain religions, and a lot of them are very similar, but they do have a bit of different views. So I took that was objective when I was going through that part of my life and just wondering what was the best path for me. And so I started praying, and because I was super, well, I wasn't super religious, but I was, the faith in God and that God as a universal love didn't come to me until I went through my awakening. And even bringing the God force into me or into my energy field through meditation. My partner saw me, it was like I was holding feet as they were walking into my universe. So that was me welcoming the God energy into my life, and the assistance, um, uh, God's grace, and everything. And then once I did welcome God into my world, basically what happened was I became the grace of God, in a spiritual lesson, how to be, His right hand man, but in female version, and to be able to create positive things in people's life, and that's why how I became so strong in my gift. Um, so yeah, so it was a blessing, and I'm very grateful for the work that I do. I'm very grateful for even having, viewers come and view and to get a little bit more information on how I do things. Um, I just do it, and it's from a place of love, from compassion. It's nothing to do with serious demonic energy. That stuff comes up, and that's just dark energy that has to be released within yourself, to, the darkest corners. And sometimes you'll be able to manifest it into a demon. I did. I didn't want to, but that was testing my religious part, like my actual being on, am I going to just be a fall down? Am I going to just give in to the temptation of, the evil, the greed, the everything? And I walked away from it. I said, I don't want anything to do with your energy that you're creating, the negative. And it was a demonic angel that had taken over because my partner doesn't remember. And I had to actually close portals on him because he didn't even realize he was saying anything. But that night I laid down in my bed, and God was actually in the room with me, in his persona, came through, and he said, are you okay? And I said, I'm fine. Why? He said, I'd like you to close your eyes and tell me what you see. And I went, huh? So I did. I closed my eyes and I saw an infinite black hole, and we were headed forwards, and it was like the stars were like coming closer, closer. So we were moving in a linear, um, and I opened my eyes and I said, are those fucking real? And he says, yeah, that universe is real. And I went, well, that's fucked up. It freaked me out. It really did. But I understand it more when I've welcomed the energies in. And I do that because energy has to have somewhere to reside, right? It can't just keep running, like running and chasing another soul. I don't do that. I allow it to rest here. I bring in spirits that have passed, for the sake of their own sanity, being able to carry messages for them as well. Right, so I do a bunch of different things. I'm not gonna, tell you anything egotistical. I don't come from a mind of ego. It really annoys me when somebody does do that. I just do the reading and I clear myself to be able to get the messages out. So, yeah. Oh, where you can send donations. I'll put it in the chat here. One sec. But I do that. Yeah, I do them through PayPal. You know, so I'll put it in PayPal. So yeah, so I take my I don't know, maybe you can write it down. I'm not sure. My computer's really slow. Um, I take my position and what I do very seriously. I don't, like I say, I warn people. I don't sugarcoat. So okay, I'll put the link in the chat here. Okay. So that in the chat there. Yeah, I'm very grateful for everything I have in my life. I really actually had to go to almost losing everything that I own except my clothes. Everything just kind of, I went through a stage of the part where I didn't want to hear any messages. I didn't want to deal with anything, and I was smashing my phone because the messages would actually pop up in my screen. It freaked me out that it manifests even through music in my house. It'll manipulate it, and it'll be like I can do a reading. And one time I went to turn my radio on after, and it was like hearing the devil talk to the music, and I went, "Whoa, that's fucked up." My partner even was sitting here when it happened. So I do have a witness to everything that I've experienced in my life, and I can't. I can justify it as a spiritual awakening, and I can justify it as being a medium. I used to do it when I was a kid, and it freaks me out. I ended up in the hospital when I was 13 because of it. Spent a year, I was like fasting, and I do a lot of fasting. I do a lot of only water, and it's worked for me, right? I don't stop um, doing my job for any reason because I'm not allowed to quit. I don't quit. I may take a break from it just to regenerate, but usually I'm just rather be passing messages completely as they come to me. And, I'm very thoughtful and grateful for the donations that you guys do make. Um, so I just want to let you guys know a little bit about blah, 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 who I am, how I became what I call myself a shaman, and actually being actually authentically native. Uh, I think is more what we how it started even in the beginning of the first people being here in Canada, and trying to heal everybody and show them how to live off the land and not be greedy of what Mother Earth gives you. We're very well connected to Mother Earth. I hate wearing socks. I have a pair of socks on because my feet are cold. But seriously, I take it very seriously, and I take the word shaman very seriously. Um, I take it very seriously. I don't feel that people that sit there with an ego mind doing shamanism is very effective, because you're not supposed to look any less at a person from a higher standpoint at all at any given time. And I will always stand beside you. I will never try to stand above God. I will never stand below God. I'll stand right next to God and be able to say my truth every time. And my covenant is with God. It's not with anybody else, right? So I make uh, my journey in black and white for the God experience, and to have Him understand that for me to be able to do my job, I have to be in a certain state of mind, right? So I keep that um, covenant with Him, and He understands. He gave me this to understand and not take the temptation, and remember not to get greedy, and I don't. I really don't. Whatever you want to donate is fine with me, and I appreciate whatever donations you give. So with that, you get to know me as a person on a neutral level, right? I'm not going to sit here and be an ego-based person and, try to be overpowering and to be in control of you, right? You're in control of yourself. I just help guide you here and here, offer you some insight into maybe situations, partnerships, whatever it may be. And the cards you use are very effective. I have yet to see the cards not work for me. That's why I keep a certain routine that I do things. I have water on my table. I have Mother Earth. I have fire and fire, earth, and water, and air, right, with the feather, right. So I have all four elements at all given times. I smudge my house. Lately, I've had to smudge it almost every 2 to 3 days. And how I do it is I start at the door, like the entrance right here, and I'll go around the circumference of my house in a big giant circle all the way back to the front door. And basically, as I'm going, I'll draw circles around, smudge it, and draw circles around my windows, and then carry on around the outside perimeter of my house. And then I'll enter the bedroom on the right-hand side, go around, smudge my bed, come back out on the right side. On the left side, sorry. Going on the right, come out on the left, in a circumference way. And I do that whole thing right around the house. And then I'll stand at the front door and say, I'm sorry, but the negative spirits have to go. And then I just seal the door for any negativity to come through, for the time being. And it's almost like you're sealing your door, so all you get is good energy. And that's how I'm able to function every day. I feel good. It makes me feel good that I'm giving back to the universe to allow them almost like a little sanctuary to come and hang out. And it's great. I don't mind it. I love it. It keeps me happy, and I don't mind. And people would say, why? You should protect yourself. The reason why I don't protect myself is because the energy that's black has a reason for being here. Like everything is black and white. If you want to look at it black and white, or you can look at it in multicolored tone and be grateful for everything that you have, right? The dark energy I help release, for the sake of their position to become more positive in what they're doing. Take the balance, not so much keep it off balance, but to give balance in return for their spiritual work, right? They get to balance, and they get to repair their soul before it has to go on to another existence. That's the way I look at it, and that's how I look at death. So I don't look at death as a bad thing. I went through an experience where I felt like I was buried underground alive in a coffin, and then I was taken from that coffin spiritually into a black abyss. And it pointed down to me looking down in little circular windows, and it was all black, and all I could see was circular windows with my 2 daughters in it, another circular window with one of my sons. My other son wasn't even there. And that's basically telling me, this is why you're doing this. This is why you're going to be creating a legacy for these kids to work on. That they can be the same, hereditarily. My eldest daughter seems to be the one that understands a lot more of, the respect thing. And I think she would be an excellent truth sayer. That's what I call them, a truth sayer. Nothing but the truth. So that's just a bit of me. I like to give my, so people get to know me. And I hope to get to know you guys as we have, the live feeds coming and going. So, okay. So I'm not sure who is next. I don't know if it's it. Is that? Yeah, that's right. I have to go back into my check because I don't have anybody here. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, so, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel, and be notified every time that I do a live feed. It would be great to be able to have some more subs. I could do that. Are you in? See, I don't know who's supposed to be. So I think Isabel. You are the next one, right, Isabel? I'm calling you Isabel. Why? I haven't. Oh, lots of messages. Okay, so I guess it is Miss Isabel. Okay, so we're gonna do that. All right, we're gonna do Iz's energy channeling. Okay. So clear off the energy from Chelsea. So we're doing a read now for Isa Gonzalez. That will receive messages from Spirit, and immediate information that is relevant to her and her path and her journey through this life. Okay, so I'm asking for energy reading for Miss Isa Gonzalez for November 3rd, 2018. Oh, are you running heads with somebody at this present time? You feel like you're banging your head against the wall. I don't know. Your eyes are like, everything just feels kind of, like you're just like trying to get through something and you're just running into like a brick wall almost. Yes, Jerry, the folk you will be after, as far as I know, you'll be after Isa Gonzalez. Don't forget, you to donate. So I'm feeling my cards are telling me that you're having a run-in with somebody that's, you're just not, it's just not working, right? My cards tell me a lot even before I read them. That's bizarre, but yeah, I feel that you're having not a conflict, but a misunderstanding and different points of view are causing the ramming of your head feeling. Okay, so this is why I ask you if you want me to cut them a certain way or do jump cards or whatever way that you prefer your readings to be done in is what I will do for you, because that's how you're interactive and get the best results for your reading. So let me know how you'd want it, if you want me to do just jump cards or you want me to cut them into piles and then draw the cards, or cut them into piles and draw each card off the top for your reading. It's all up to you. Just let me know by commenting, and we'll do whichever way you like. We're getting more balance now. Now you're getting balance. The cards are working. We're relaxed, feeling good. Like your mind. Don't concentrate too much on, too much if you don't want. If you want more messages, there's a little bit more balance coming through now. Right? Before it was like you pick this. Okay. All right. So Spirit, how should we deal these cards from this Isabel? I'm getting piles. Okay, so we're gonna go with the 4 pile. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you one question. Which pile do you want me to take the first card off? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Pick a number between 1 and 4. I'm hearing 3. That's the number I just said. I heard 3. I don't know, you guys can go back and check it, but yeah. Okay, so you're enlightened. You're enlightened with what's going on. The Hangman in reverse. Yeehaw! I always look at that as like, that you're dancing, that you're happy, everything is going, the way it should be. It's, to me it's the right side up. I don't know why, but it just is. Okay, so we're going to go back here. Where is it? Because I don't, Hangman. Oh, the Hangman. Here we go. So the Hangman in reverse. Stop being so closed-minded. First off, you need to learn to get more open-minded with what's going on. And that there are plenty alternatives to solutions to your problems. Try something new. This is no time to be lazy or melancholy. Alright, so that's the overall energy for your reading that we're going to pull on. That we will be able to open up some avenues for you to become more open-minded. I'm going to pick a card off from here. And there it is. Judgment is making it so that this position that you're in, the Judgment card for me is you're ready to just let go. Like you're willing to take on whatever is going to be coming forward to you. You're out with open arms. It could be a partnership, a new partnership that you've kind of put to the side. And, everybody is looking towards you for answers. I don't feel that the Judgment is a bad card. 8. 20 is 1. So it turns out to be a numerology number 1. I'm not too sure. I'd have to look at my angel numbers. I don't have that right now. But I feel that you're trying to keep from this judgment from happening. There's a judgment going on that you're trying to almost, you don't want to deal with it, but you're willing to finally accept it. And I think the universe is going to give you a nudge on this. That the open-mindedness is, an option for you now. Because I do see the people all standing here naked, right? Like a rebirth, right? That things are changing, you're looking up to things. You're looking objectively at them. And making sure that, certain things that you've done in the past are moving towards a more enlightened, more happy, always looking up, positiveness that's going to make changes for you. And learning just to take what you need, right? Don't be worried about what everybody else is getting, but your judgment, your blessings will end up be creating you into a more enlightened person, an open mind, right? So maybe that's the warning call is like open your, and I'm gonna just say this as I heard it, open your damn mind now. Like let's get moving on this. This is like judgment coming down saying either make a choice on which direction you want to go. Either you want to be enlightened, you don't. That's totally your point, right? But judgment is, you know, sitting there waiting for you to receive whatever blessings that they're giving. There you go, the Queen of Wands. So you end up becoming on point with everything. You're sitting happily in this new enlightened state that you've come together, like your two parts of your soul and your body, the physical sense, have made union to be able to make you a woman with her wand. And being the queen, be careful because there are possibly things coming towards you that you're going to have to, um, you know, give. I don't know why I'm seeing that you're going to be giving away, but you're waiting for somebody to be able to give life to. Like I see one part of you, one half doesn't want to do it, the other half is surrendering to it. You've got two unbalanced energies with you that you're trying to balance, and you're trying to keep them apart, but you can't hold on, you can't stay in that position. You have to move into the queen and just allow things to flow, okay? And not worry about the fine print, but make sure you look at the fine print and realize what is saying. If it's something that you're thinking of even offering, like there's an offering of like money in order to get something that works for you, right? That's what you're looking towards, like you're looking at towards the next card and the page. Okay, I can't remember the Page of Cups. But I see as everything is going to end up getting turned upside down if you decide to go in with this energy. Things might end up. Where's the page? Where is it? I'm going to see what that one is. We're just, okay. Okay, where's the page? There it is. No, that's the name. There we go. Okay, so in reverse. Now is not the time to be independent, so that's what you're moving forward to, is a relationship. Like it says, friends and coworkers may not understand your new way, like the enlightened way, the open-mindedness, are not going to be very understanding of this enlightenment, and taking your blessings as they're coming and staying within that strength. So you're looking at this as not a very positive journey. Going with the old way that people are thinking, and you being open-minded is a big difference than what they're used to. And if this enlightenment path and this journey that you want to take is what you want, then go for it. Don't worry about what everybody else is saying, though. Right? People don't understand when you have this enlightenment or this aha moment. People don't understand what is really going on. They're trying to be on point when they don't even understand. Like the guy's wearing like clothes that don't match. You may not be becoming a match to people after you have your open-mindedness or create open-mindedness to be able to understand your journey, right? Like it may not match now. Like from the way that you used to be to the way you are now is going to be a big change, and a lot of people might not understand it. But that's you. That's what you want, and that's where you want to stand, is within, a queen position is a very blessed place to be, right? Everything is given to you that you request from the universe, and you'll see it happening, and people won't understand how you did it, right? You'll try to explain it to them, they won't care. They'll be like, you're crazy or whatever. So let the universe, go with the universe flow 100%. Get the aha moments and enjoy them, right? They're your blessings that are meant for you, and nobody else can tell you exactly how to take those blessings, only you know. And you'll get to know more and more as you open up your mind to, a different way of thinking, different possibilities of things happening. But you're going to enjoy it. It's positive. Like 4 cards are all up, and, except for the Page and the Hangman. So, you're starting the new enlightenment, right? you're headed towards, being more proud of yourself and more confident, more, just more good feelings within yourself. You're healing, right? And a lot of people won't see it like that. They won't understand, these blessings that you talk about, the universe, this and that. Oh, well, they're looking at you like you're crazy. So don't worry about what everybody else is saying. I wouldn't let that affect you having, something going good in your life, right? So don't let anybody take that goodness away. It is a very positive place to be. You're more open-minded with universal love, right? And you can only ask for more blessings. You can manifest that in what everybody else is going to say. Ah, shoot on them, right? That's the way I look at it. Um, everything is positive for you. But just be warned of the people that you're discussing it with, right? They may not understand, um, but you will. Oh, yeah, I'm going to probably put it on a little bit later. I have it. Do you want the spirit box on, Scorp? Because we can, hang on, let me see if I can turn it on here. We'll get it turned on. And everybody can hear it. Okay, so can we blow some people's minds? Okay, so I'm going to turn the spirit box on here. 1 second here. We'll blow some minds. But yeah, so in regards to, while I'm waiting for that to load, just stand in your own confidence. You can be as confident as you want and have these blessings coming to you. It's new growth, it's new experiences, it's new. And you're having a meeting of the mind, to be open-minded, right? You're accepting this side plus the new path and trying to put them together to have a better understanding. And some people won't understand that. So, you'll have a lot of people that aren't open-minded to your journey. And that's perfectly fine. You'll find people that you will have a meeting of the minds, and you'll find people that are more helpful with your journey, more intuitively guided. So so yeah, you got to be just positive and just enjoy it, because that's what you're meant to have, right? So that's what I mean. I don't read traditionally. I do borrow some of the information from my little tarot book, because some of the cards, they don't really say exactly what is meant to be said, that I can interpret it, because I interpret things differently, and if I'm being asked to confer with that, then I follow suit, right? I follow the direction of the universe, and the universe will guide me to whichever purpose, place, thing, or message that needs to go up, right? So that's what I sit and do. Excuse me. So yeah, so we're gonna put on the energy box here. Nikki Leah. Hi, Nikki. Welcome to my channel. We're just getting a Scorpio. Scorp 444 wants a spirit box on today, so we're gonna put it on, and we're gonna see what we end up with today. Here we go. Okay, we're gonna turn it on. It is plugged into the stereo, so we'll try not to do an Emmy prank on Emmy. Okay, like, you're most welcome is like I would really hope to enjoy and hear back, on your journey. Like, things that are happening for you are just going to be so amazing. Just like for Chelsea, new beginnings. It talks a lot about new beginnings, but that's going through your suitcase, unloading, all that baggage you've carried around for years. Pack it away, get rid of it. It doesn't fit no more. Toss it out. Deal with it and toss it away, so you can pack that suitcase with more blessings and more journey, that works in a positive manner for wherever journey or path that you take, right? So you've got room to pick up different skills and different things that you can do and pack it away. Open up new wavelengths, open up, your mind, so you can enjoy more of a positive, balanced with the negative, right? You have to have the negative positive to create power, right? So you have balance of both, right? And when you're feeling like you're just like really off balance, like there's so much negative, meditate with upbeat music. Like, go and look for upbeat meditation. You can just put it in and it'll tell you. And if you need an upbeat feeling, then go for an upbeat feeling. If you're feeling kind of like you're being bogged down, hey, do some meditation, right? You know, you're never lost. You've never been. Oh, hang on. There it goes. Okay. Oh, oops. Okay. So it's opening. Takes a minute. I have this little tiny computer that I picked up, but I don't like it. I'm not too much of a big fan of it because you can't make it over like 1 gig. It's very slow. But I do. I am gonna have a cigarette. Um, we have to burn some tobacco today. I forgot. We had to do the tobacco burn. And then we're gonna do a tobacco burn here. I'm gonna put some tobacco in my. Oh, okay, so we're gonna do add a smudge here. Okay, so we're gonna open some more while we're waiting for that to kick in. Mix this up a little bit. Okay. There we go. Okay, so you have that little bit of a smudge. Yeah, I love the smell of that. I love the smell of my medicine. It's a good flavor. It's a good scent. I love it. And I just have like rosemary, a little bit of evergreen in there, tobacco. Um, what else? I'm not too sure what else is in there now. Can't really tell. Sage is in there. You know, so I enjoy it. Enjoy it just to have a little bit of a sniff. My partner doesn't like it so much because it makes him all stuffed up, so he might be allergic to one of them. That kind of congests him, where he needs to block. He needs to clear whatever that energy is that's blocking the experience, right? So it might be something blocking within him. Okay, afterlife. Come on, where are you? Okay. So we're waiting for it. So while we're waiting, okay. Yeah, I had it going last night. It was kind of cool, actually. Kind of getting some weird energy. I've got my neighbor upstairs. Yeah, just have a smoker. It's kind of like drunk, so it kind of throws the energy off a little bit. The spirits get really annoyed with the temperament that the person has. When they drink, they turn really nasty, which is unfortunate. You know, I could never drink with a person like that. Um, okay, so it's opening. I'm having a smoke, guys, because this is now running into what time is it? It's 8 o'clock, so we've been going for an hour and a half, I think. Yeah, so whatever you want for medicine, we'll talk about that while I'm waiting for this. You can put together your own medicine thing. Just get a shell. You can go and cut like those the evergreen ferns that kind of smell piney. You can take some of that. Also, when you go, make sure that you take, if you're not a smoker, always have a cigarette on hand to give back to the universe, because we usually give tobacco as a thank you to Mother Earth for giving us whatever material that we've taken from her. We only take what we need, just a bit. Let it dry out. Throw some actual sage powder in there. You can put, or leaf sage, or rosemary, all different kinds of things, whatever resonates with you for spiritual herbs. I think you can Google it and say spiritual medicine, um, what you can use. What do you use for spiritual medicine is totally up to you. Okay, what resonates with you, what applies to you that makes you feel worth doing it. You know, you can bless your own water. You can do amazing things just with your own skill set, which is really, really good. Okay, so here comes the spirit box. Now let's turn the radio down because I'm not having it make me jump like 6 feet in the air again. Okay, here we go. So we are turning, and we're gonna get this guy going. Okay, turn on. There we go. Okay. Okay. Okay, so spirit guides, energies, here we are. What's going on today?
Wait.
Wait for what? Wait for you? Okay, we'll wait. We got told. Oh, there's a group. See? Yeah, so they automatically went to a group because there was a bunch of us listening. And they already classified it. Yes, there is a group of us. And there should be a group of you on the other side. So this is my energy box that or afterlight. No, I shouldn't be shouting, I know. I'm being loud today for some reason.
Oh. Massive email.
So, you know, so here you'll be able to listen to them in the background. It was interesting last time because everything that I was doing, really, yeah, see, was coming through as I was doing the cards. So, you know, it works with me. I don't usually have to ask it to do much. It'll actually just provide a lot of it, but it'll coincide exactly with what I'm saying, right? And it's all about the tone, like your tone of how you deal with things. I don't know, maybe mine's too upbeat for sometimes. You know, you just walk through it. I enjoy interacting with them. They're actually really cool. I don't allow the demonic or the maleficent ones through, and they know that. I try to keep it as balanced as possible when I am dealing with them. But they're more than welcome to hang out here, which they do, and provide you with whatever, you know, is required on their part. And then you do get the interference ones. Army. Oh yeah. The thing is, I had before, in regards to the army, is I used to get the word troops a lot, and the area that I live on actually used to be an old like war area and ancient. Honor the spirit, right? So I do go out and respect any ancestors or anybody that's on the other side, and welcome them into my home and let them, you know, have a bit of peace just to balance the energy. You know.
She's Iraq.
No, I'm not a wreck. Before I used to get really upset for people that had to pass over. I was getting people that, friends of mine, close people that I know had a girl pass away. Yeah, ease. I have to ease you guys into this part, and this is going to get strange for you. But she ended up passing away that night. She came through as a very angry spirit, and I didn't know until I mentioned it to a friend of mine. She went, "What? That's my daughter, my friend's daughter's name." And I said, "What?" I even had her brother situation with something, and it came through as to watching who's cheating, right? That was the case of her was cheating, and she was telling him that he wasn't. So you got to ease yourself into when you're dealing with the spirit realm. It can freak you out. I've done so much work. Look at them. Yeah, see? They're looking at whoever like is here, right? I have 2 gatekeepers that keep a close tab on the other side for me as well. It's bizarre. I simply can't explain it. Why should we? Exactly. Why should we explain it? Right? It's there. It's simple. You can't deny it. You can't.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You know. They say what they want to say. There's nothing, I'm not stopping them from saying anything. They're welcome to have a free moment too, just like the rest of us. So yeah, so we'll leave them on. We'll leave them talking in the background. You'll hear the conversations going on with them. Cover. Oh, sorry, because I opened up another web page on you. I'm sorry. I'm going back to my chat on the other side. So, you know, they like to have their
What
moment.
do we got?
Honesty.
Yeah. I can't explain it, but I can't deny it that it goes on.
With the switch.
You know. Right, so I can't say that I don't enjoy them being around, because I do. Okay.
Give me a.
Oh, why is it not? It slows down things. So I don't know if you guys can hear that. My chat's not going. Okay, there we go. Yet. Okay, so I can't get. Yeah, they say some weird words. You know, I've got my smoke here. Okay, back to the other page. So yeah, so I do spirit communication. I use this when I am actually trying to contact a deceased person. I've actually done that for a girl, and she was sitting right there, and it literally brought her to tears because she actually felt like he was standing right there, which he was, and she didn't know how to take that. It was beyond her understanding. But he was coming through the box exactly the way that he was when he was alive. And I guess that kind of brought up the unsettling mood that she had lost him, but she was not upset. You know, like she wasn't angry, she wasn't like overly sad, but she was just like grateful that she could have a minute with that energy. And ever since then, she's always been, can I call you and I need to talk? And she's more than welcome. And she's been through a lot, right? She's been through a lot, but her partner even said, don't worry about me, go do what you want to do in your life and just live it. Just live your life now, I'm okay. Hey, what? Hey! Sorry guys, I was just talking. But, you know, so it does come through, and it's very humbling to know how much difference a spirit can be compared to an actual physical being. It's just phenomenal for me. It's very hard to not help. Right? You know, so people, you know, I even had a dream of people trying to chase me down itself, right? So you can't be fearful of it.
It's part of.
Right? It's part of the process. It's, you know, an existence that we all have to end up going through. Except we learn it before we have to hit there. And then we're going to be a little bit more, the way I look at it, we're going to be more in tune with being able to handle that, right? Because we do end up leaving this body and then we're sitting somewhere in darkness. You know, to have a physical awakening to that darkness was phenomenal for me. It scared me. I used to take pictures of mirrors and demons would show up in them. I had demons showing up in pictures when I was a little girl that I still have to upload. But, you know, my brother saw them in the mirrors. I posted them on Facebook and people said, there's demons. I don't care about the demons. They can't hurt you. You know, if you respect it and you allow it to, you know, do what it's supposed to do to make the right wrong is what I say, then let them. You know, don't let them enter if they're not going to start working for the better good, right? There's no reason for them to be here. People are opening portals, we have to close them. And, you know, you have gatekeepers looking after it. You know, space, yeah, you know. You just go to an existence of space, right? You don't know what it is, but you know that it's just coming through, and I'm just talking. It's talking about it's solid. It's a good place to be, right? And that, you know, the information I even give you is just that. It's information, and it's what you want to choose to believe, what you choose to do with it, what you choose to do anything. You know, I'm just you know, just here for the sake of it, right? To actually get the messages out that really pertain to your existence.
This card.
you know, I can't be in both worlds. I have a
Here.
foot in, yeah, Karen, yeah, I'm here. Um, you know, I have a foot in one side and a foot in my physical realm. I can step over that line
Take it slow.
and go neutral, right? And that's what I do when I go into meditative state and spirit world, is I stand at that line. I don't go any
Ask the
further,
captain. Flat road.
you know. So it's bizarre. So, you know, I've changed a lot of things about myself over the last 4 years. Like I never used to be this person that would even do a video, let alone talk on anything, right? Uh, but yeah, so I just come and do my videos, spend time doing readings for people, and see how it goes for them. You know, I don't ever really give anything. Um, yeah, I really don't give any of my form to anybody. I keep it close to me, right? So we're trying to get back to a live feed here. I didn't even put that bloody thing right. Okay, so we're gonna go to that. I don't know who's all been. Okay, come on. I'm going to the live feed here. So if you guys enjoy hearing this, this is something else to be a show of its own. It's been very productive for me and I enjoy it. So I don't know who else was waiting for a reading. I'm not too sure, but we're back at readings. Scorp's situation is being portrayed through the spirit box. All right, you guys, go ahead and talk, whatever you want to do.
Line. Who starts?
The line, there is no line. The line that I'm crossing, see what I mean? I'm standing on that line. Isn't that bizarre? I can't explain it. I enjoy having them around. They confirm things as well. Yeah. That's what I might speak about. I don't feed you no bullshit, no crap. It's right there for all to hear. You know, it's confirmation of the situation. So yeah, I'm me. This is me. I'm E. Right? That's why my name's Emmy. It's the old me with the new me, right? And me, mirrored of the past. No longer accepting the past because that's not me. I am. But I do take my new journey, which is me, facing the right direction. Right? So no more looking in the past, backwards. I gotta worry about what's going on in front of me and what I can do to help change my existence to a bit more positive situation for all of me's. Me, you, and them. I can change the existence. Right? And then it said halo.
Hello.
Thank you very much. You know, I am an angelic form of a physical being that's gone to places that only I would understand, but bring back messages for people that need it. Right? I always get told that I have a halo, like I am an angelic form. Right? So I keep it honorable on that note.
Along
And I belong with it, right? That's what my work is. So, with that all,
It is brunch.
you know, I enjoy it. So if there's anything else you guys want to ask questions.
Include.
No.
Mountain.
Use it, little, use it.
I've basically been doing this since I was a little girl. I started when I was like seeing forms in the dark around my bedroom, which are shadows. I've been dealing with it since I was probably about 7, 8 years old. My mom thought that I was just pretending. So they ended up relinquishing rights because I didn't want to stay in that house. There was somebody else's house and it was showing the residue. And I had nightmares in that room. I had things showing up and it was like they were sitting in form in my closet. It wasn't, normal. I didn't want to sleep in my room. I would always want to be around my parents. It freaked me out. Hated going down the stairs into the darkness downstairs, even though it was a fully furnished house. But I wouldn't want to be down there by myself. There was something about that I couldn't handle. So I've been doing this since I was about 6 or 7. I went to the hospital. They decided to medicate me because I told them that I could see and hear voices, like in the hospital, saying that I was losing my mind. But that was back in like 1980, in the 80s, when all this was, wasn't as prominent as it is today. And my doctor knows about all the stuff that I do. They still wanted to medicate me. I don't mind it. They gave me a medication where I can still do my work. But I don't go too far out into the unknown like I normally do. Go into a major altered state when you have your third eye completely open. So I had to more or less take medication to keep it kind of closed, but I open it all the time anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I keep it balanced now. It's not so up and down pulling. When you're dealing with energy, you might get a lot of aggression or anything that's more aggressive type energy. You absorb a lot of energy when your third eye is open. Paragraph. Yeah, I could write a paragraph on it. But yeah, so I don't know. It's something that I enjoy. I don't fear it. I'm grateful for it. I really am. So I'll leave you guys to listen to this for a little bit here. And you can check it out. There's 6 of us, right? So there's how many people over on the other side? Right? 6. I don't like it when it says 6. Okay, so we're gonna get moving on the rest of the readings. You guys can try to listen to them in the background. I believe Jerry the Pope is next. Sorry, Jerry. I just was trying to get that done. Okay, so Jerry the Pope. Okay, we're gonna do his reading now. I don't know if there's anybody before him, but I just like to go in line of who's next, so I can see.
Other one.
No worries. Make sure that I have. Okay, so you're next, Jerry. I don't see anybody else before that, unless it was before. Okay, so you have. Yeah, it's not bad though. Hello. Okay, so you are definitely okay. You got that settled. No problem. All right, so we're gonna light another incense stick for you. Asking the ancestors and spirit guides to join us for Mr. Jerry the Pope, his reading today. It's going to be a little quick reading, so if we have some general messages for him, I would really like to have his energy, and his guides come through, his ancestors, whoever may be, to carry messages forward in this reading. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to put some healing into this one. For some reason, I'm feeling some healing needs to be done in this reading, or this energy. So I'm going to put that crystal on it for a little while. Clear the air. We need to clear the air.
You mean
I think that's what
Body
is
is
gonna
dead.
come
But
through.
the
Is that you have a
spirit,
lot of
life, of
thoughts going on right now, and you need to just clear your head of everything right now.
That has raised up Jesus from among the dead, dwell in you. He that has raised up Christ from among the dead shall quicken your mortal bodies also on account of his Spirit which dwells in you. So then, brethren, we are debtors, not to the flesh, to live according to the flesh. For if you live according to flesh, ye are about to die. But having sent his own Son,
There's somebody else to talk.
You guys hear that? He was actually carrying on a full conversation about death.
Far away, the line of down swept over the horizon like an arriving wave.
kind-hearted and so sorrowful.
Breathing
See, it just blows my mind. It just distracts me from everything.
I had
I'm gonna turn it down a bit though. Okay, I'll leave it at that one because I've got the other one shut off. Okay, so we're gonna get on to your reading.
keeping a Sharpie.
We'll have the energies come through for his reading. The guides and spirit guides, energies, and ancestors all come through for Jerry the Wolf, please, for November 3rd, 2018. And if there's nobody else, we're going to have this reading, and this will be the last one for today, as I do have a lot of things to get done today. Thank you very much, and have a great evening. Okay, so the cards are shuffled. I usually like to deal with the jump cards, but we can do that.
This.
Okay. Oh, and Nikki Leah. I don't know if you're still here either. So we're going to do a reading for Jerry the Pope. It sounded like that, didn't it? It sounded like it was talking about death and how we are all out of the flesh and that we are all going to just generally die. Simple. I don't think it's very complicated. But it did sound like it was being something from, an angelic force coming through and actually speaking to that. I don't know. I can't find that. It's, keeping you real, I guess, with what lies ahead. Because you are the flesh, you will die. Right? We all are going to die. Okay, so jump card. So we want cards for Jerry the Pope in regards to his situation or any outcomes.
right out.
We want messages for Jerry the Pope. November 3rd, 2018. Gratefully appreciate it. One more card, please. Look, universe. Alright, so you got a full card. Okay, so your first one is Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So this may be in relation to a relationship that you're in. That's not being very sought after. I'm getting a lot of cards for you guys. So that was the last one to drop. Okay. So we have people talking behind your back. They're being mischievous in regards to possibly trying to approach you for things. But there is gossip maybe going on for you, and you're just not feeling very good about it. So the universe will basically come to block that energy for you. Knight of Swords is you've had enough of it. You might be at the stage of dealing with the situation at hand. That you've had enough of the gossip or somebody's talking something about you, and you've had enough. Knight of Pentacles, King of Swords, Knight of Cups. So you have a lot of reverse cards here, which is not really a good sign.
What,
We've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is carrying only one underneath the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so we're going to see why the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Pentacles, where is it? Tower. Pentacles, please. Okay. We are going to look at the King and the Queen. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles right now is telling me that what you're looking in daring, you make up for perseverance. Hang on, let me turn this down a little bit here. It's a little bit bothersome right now.
Self-trip.
So in reverse, you make up for perseverance. Stay focused. Don't let others scatter your energies away to sway you off course, right? So that's what it's you're not gonna be swayed. You're gonna come in strong in your personality and continue down the path that you are. But you also have a Knight of Pentacles. I don't know what the combination of that one is. Like, if it's a good thing, but having both of them in reverse is probably not a good start to things right now. When reversed, the key to your future financial security is stop overspending, cut back, start looking at bottom lines when you owe and whom you have owed it. Okay, so there must be something that you're not seeing, or you're taking too much from people, and that's why there's a problem. The conversations aren't happening. Like everything, you've got like 4 knights here, and 3 of them are telling you to be wary of what you're doing. Like you've got the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of the Cups, and King of Swords. Every single one of the said cards is Pentacles, Swords, Cups. You're not, you're spending too much time on an image that's not you. You're working too hard to create stuff that you haven't understood yet to be able to create. Sorry about the no sugarcoating. But information is what you need to be seeking with the right intention. For that to come up like that, I don't get a good vibe from. I honestly have to step back and say, no, I don't want to have this energy around. This energy is very bad for your soul. You need to be very wary of what you're doing. Be more aware of things. Don't just foolishly walk into things and then accept them for what they are. You need to open your mind, open your wavelengths for the universe to come in and help you, assist you. Getting 3 knights, I can't see that being a good thing. I can't. Knight of Swords. And if I go look, it will probably tell me with the Knight of Swords in reverse. Troublemakers surround you. Deal with them openly and boldly to keep them from dominating your thinking and blocking your talents. And that's the Knight of Swords. That one was in the upright. So you need to deal with whatever's going on around you that is negative. You need to deal with these people that are gossiping. Like, you cannot have that going on, because it's going to end up making so much more work for you on the next routine that you have to go through. Like, your journey is, just going to be flipped upside down from these people that are causing all this grief to you. And you're not going to ever achieve much. You'll always be, your cup can't even fill because you're the wrong way up, for one. The Knight of Cups is in reverse, so there's nothing happening. You're not filling any cups with this situation. You're overspending. You're going from a 1 to a 10 to a Knight of Pentacles. And the Knights are almost like they're casting out the opposite. Like they're assisting in getting rid of the negative, but they can't completely do all the work that, you're supposed to be helping with. So the King of Swords that we have down here is about, where is the King here? The Knight, the Queen, and the King of Swords. Okay, so jealousy abounds in you or those around you. Watch out for narrow-minded and prejudiced. Develop your intellectual skills. Play on your hunches. So, I'm really sorry to give you this reading, because it's really, really not in a positive note. And unfortunately, these are things that you need to deal with for this all to come and change around. You know, maybe you're rushing into things too fast.
Far away, so.
It could very well be a fast approach that you need to slow down on. Because everything is manifesting, but you're not at the right frame of mind to accept them or to understand them yet. So you're manifesting stuff that, you know, you're not even having an understanding yet. You know, you need to go and do your homework on the people around you. Be careful of them, you know, because I see that there's gossiping and things that are going to affect you in the next part. Right? I'm getting all the nights, that blows my mind. Okay, so can we get a confirming situation to Jerry that folks reading, please? We want to know more, clarify it, please, because it's not, yeah. So then you get the group thing coming out, people are pretending to cheers you and help you fill your cups, when, you know, I would be very careful of what they're taking from you first. You know, that group is very fake. You're going to have to find out through your own hunches and everything. Start using your gut instinct to people. Don't be so forthcoming with people, for sure, because it's not benefiting you. But if you are, you may find out that there are, which ones are the good and which ones are the ones that are fake, to benefit you on your path, right? You do have them there. You just have to find out which ones are being honest and which ones are being truthful to you. Because you want truth and nothing but the truth, right? You're getting tired of racing to meet everybody else's needs, or, you know, losing your footing even, to be like racing in to save the day or whatever it may be, right? But it would carefully watch the people that are around you about the gossiping situation that you weren't aware of. But you are aware of it now, so just be more aware of your people that you have in your circle. Some might not be as honest and forthcoming with information for you, which is kind of like how they're keeping their hand in the pot. So somebody's got their hand in the cookie jar type thing. You need to find out who's eating from the cookie jar without permission, or whichever, you know. There's a lot of gossiping going around in your circle of people. Where's the right? So the advice I could give you for that would be, don't share so much information when you're dealing with people. Maybe you're giving too much information for people to use against you, and, you know, for their benefit, to get a leg up on you. Be very conservative discussing your situations with people, because it might not hand out in the best of favor. Right? So, yeah, I need to just chill for a minute here, and I'll be right back. I'm just gonna grab another coffee.
Collection of ghosts. The passing. Blank gable end. Chair. Yeah.
Okay. I'm back. You're very welcome, Jerry. But just, you know, just be more aware in who you're dealing with, your dealings with people over the next little while, for sure. So yeah,
Right.
anything else?
More
So yeah.
creature shall be able to separate us from the love of God, which is in Christ Jesus our Lord. End of chapter 8. Recording by Aaron Holtstrand. There is Ben now.
Dollars. Okay. So I think we're gonna call it a session.
Yeah.
Grateful for it. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Yes, perhaps a biblical message at the forefront was a reminder. Yeah, it's very true. When they do actually give those reminders, which is bizarre, to be able to give that is honorable. You know, that's why I like to keep mine straightforward, honest, and truthful. You know, tell the only thing that Spirit wants to be communicated, and that's it. That's what I do. And I hope for the best for the person that is receiving it, that they get the right message and information so they can actually make it either, you know, a change in their life or make it a new stepping stone or to be able to open pathways of options for people. And that's what I love doing in these readings for, is just to open some clarities. It's some of it can be negative, like I said, but it may be just some things that you need to focus more attention on and be more aware of the situation, right? So that's what I try to come across and give you guys, you know, the truth through the Spirit, which you can hear, and handle it that way, right? So I don't mind it. I actually, you know, am very grateful. Every day that I wake up and I get to look through these eyes at everything that matters beyond me. I don't look at myself. I don't get to see myself in this existence, except when I'm looking in a mirror. I only see everything that's around and that matters. So everything that I can see in a 180 degree at any given time in my life is what I'm balanced and grateful for, to be able to have this experience. Not to work at it in a negative way, not to chip away at it because you think it's hard, but finding the balance between the two existence, you know, and just be grateful for everything that you're seeing past your nose, right? I don't even see my nose. I never see me first. I don't do things for me. You know what I mean? Like you always see everything else, and that's why we get so caught up in doing everything else than looking at ourselves and say, hey, where do I need to get fixed, you know, so I can balance the situations better, so I can understand them better. Can I, you know, is there a way that I can do this without having to, you know, totally lose my mind doing it, but to be gradual changes is the best way that I find that you can have, you know, tackle it. And, you know, everything matters. Everything that exists here is something that matters. Every person I interact with matters. I want them to have the best experience as well, like I have, you know. And if you have to go through a really rocky situation with your awakening, hey, let me know. I'll be able to maybe walk you through it, maybe tell you how I dealt with mine. You know, I'm here. I'm here to be of service to you guys, and that's what I'm here for. You know, I wouldn't stop doing it just because I'm having a bad day. I'll meditate so that I'm in a better mood, and I can pull energy from the universe and just say, hey, this is how it is. This is what they want. This is how they're seeing it. And this is what, you know, an option or two that you can look at. Maybe, you know, it's just guidance. It's absolute pure guidance. I don't dictate how you should live. I don't dictate where you should live or anything like that. I just give you advice on, you know, the options that are available to you to make your experience better, right? And whatever, you know, messages that you need to work on usually will come out. And it's just constructive criticism that Spirit wants to help you expand your existence into a more peaceful, balanced situations throughout. Interaction with people is much better. You know, you're enjoying life more. Like I used to be wanting to like just die from this life. I wanted to just quit and take myself out through suicide. I don't want to do that anymore because ever since I woke up and realized that I can be of service to other people and not lose my abilities all my life, that I need to start using those abilities, and that's what I started doing. And I've accepted my journey and where I'm going with my gifts, and just being grateful for the gifts that I have every day. and everybody that I get to interact with is just, you know,
And to the
at,
letter.
makes it that much more amazing when you have people that you're helping, that may not be in a good mood, that may not be, you know, looking at everything like through rose-colored glasses, or just kind of down because they feel like everything's falling apart. You know, to be able to give them some information to help them build them back up from that foundation, but a stronger foundation. Hey, I'm all for it. You know, I am totally for building up a person's image. You know, making you feel confident in everything you choose and do every day. You know, it's not, it doesn't have to be perfect. You're gonna have up and down. You know, that's just the way the scales go, right?
I
Put
found,
too much in the one, then the other one gets a little bit too high, blah, blah, blah. But it's kind of like reverse energy, so it's like having a slinky in your hand. One end's on here, the old slinkies, and you go, slinky, slinky. So you're putting energy in, taking it out, putting it in. And, you know, it's like walking. You know, it's just automatic. Except we're moving forward, right? Make the slinky walk now. Down the stairs, bump, 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 bump. You know what I mean? It's to get you moving. Get that engine burning. You know, so, you know, I do this because I love it. I enjoy reading for people, and the messages that we get are just like, you know, it makes me feel that much better and more spiritually in tune with everything. And finding balance for me is knowing that I'm of service to someone else, to better their life,
and Rose,
right? So, you know, always remember that you are a flesh, that you better enjoy it while you have it. You know, enjoy your life. Seek things that are enjoyable, and work with the things that are within you that need to be worked on, that's creating a negative barrier for you. You know what I mean? You know, it's all happening right here and now. And, you know, the longer you wait to get moving on it, the farther it gets ahead of you, right? So you just got to start moving, catch up with the game. You want to be a tomato running across that street, not catch up by the time you cross there, right? Don't let life beat you down into a bottle of ketchup because you're a tomato, right? You know, or you're mashed potatoes, you know, we're not here to get mashed. We're here to be able to enjoy the run across the street and still be able to make it to the other side, you know, in one piece, right? You know, the whole part of you needs to make it all together to the other side and be able to be accepting of, you know, if I was to die tomorrow, I would be free of that. I wouldn't be worried about it. You know, I don't wish that, you know, but if I was to ever know that I was going to be losing my life, or that I lost my life and I was on the other side, I wouldn't lose my mind. You know, I wouldn't have to come back through another spirit and try to heal my energy that I left behind. I always try to keep it with me and keep it safe in my existence. There's a lot more balance than it used to be. I don't have a lot of negative moments. I don't have as many downtimes. Before I used to have a lot, you know, but I don't anymore. You know, it's been a blessing, and I just love it. There isn't anything that would make me stop doing this. There isn't one person that can tell me that I'm no good, and I take that, you know, as constructive criticism. What did I do wrong? Well, you know, I don't force anybody or force anything down anybody's throat. I let you take the information and do whatever you can do, right? And maybe new pathways, new journeys. You have a lot to choose from. You know, like this is like sitting there picking, you know, your matrix kind of, you know, implant, whatever you want to say, matrix implant, like, you know, the movie Mars with implant on, you know, the little device that turns into like tracking and everything. You know, if I was to lose my life tomorrow, I'd be grateful that I was able to understand life before I left, right? That's all I want you guys to do. Just try to understand, open the mind to, you know, all the possibilities of being actually spiritually awoken. You know, it's blessings. Absolute, you know, it's not always bliss. Like people say, oh, it's just absolute bliss. I would say I would feel blissful probably 70% of the time of my awakening. Now is like 70% of my day is blissful. The other 30% is, you know, my downtime where I'm usually sleeping. But I can say from the time I get up until the time I go to bed, I feel great. I do what I do, and I do it with love and care, and bring it all together for you to be grateful. And I put it here right on the table, and hey, what you so choose to do with your energy, you know, your spirit is like right here, calling on you. right? So I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful. So Scorp, how have you been? Are you still there? Well, I'm glad you guys came in. Glad you guys came to my channel and checked it out. You know, welcome you. Don't forget to share, like, comment on this. That'd be great. You know, to get your input on any changes that we should make or whatever. But this is getting to be another long one for the reads that I did. Yeah, a lot of time. So I'm gonna cut it quick here. Get moving on what I need to do for the day. And then I will see you all maybe later if I get a chance to do it this evening. I didn't, yesterday I fell asleep after doing those readings. I got really tired. But I'm actually having my dinner later because I can't do readings and then I eat and then do readings. It doesn't work as favorable for me. So I'd rather eat a little bit later. So glad you guys showed up. And we're gonna call it a day. Right? We're gonna have a good day and we're gonna say adios for now. But remember, always keep your smile up, not down. Learn to balance. And we'll see you later. Bye.